Ladies and gents, we are getting back to cast you through the entire series between Faze Clan and Na'Vi. We continue on Dust 2, which is a territory for Na'Vi. And I don't think Faze will be able to close it 2-0 in their favor. Yeah, obviously they've picked up Ancient already, and Dust 2 can be a deciding map either. But I don't think Faze are having more chances than Na'Vi do on the map like Dust 2. I do believe the CIS roster does have an upper hand on this map specifically. Whereas if you take a look at Ancient, it is a little bit shaky at this moment, right? It is hard to say who's going to come out on top because there is not a lot of data gathered on how teams basically play on this map. And even though if you have like a tendency of Na'Vi winning out Ancient or anybody else, it is still quite hard to crown the eventual winner beforehand. It becomes way more visible throughout the map. Of course, you can say that across all of the maps played out in CS, but overall I would put it exactly that way. Now Na'Vi are going to be breaking themselves into Lon Boomich with two incredible shots as he cracks the heads open on a long. Great flashbang utilization again by the teammates. Does bring him the second, and that is a good opening onto the A-bomb side. Faze Clan are so far away from the actual bomb side. The smoke is going to be lying deep. It completely covers off the vision from Faze Clan. Not even a gap to be capitalizing on. Proki does receive a bit of a damage right there, and they probably have to reverse themselves back to the B-bomb side. But there's Perfecto. Oh, that is so well calculated. Positioned by Perfecto. He does get the first onto Proki. Faze Clan definitely need to eliminate him to save that flashbang, a kit, and an armor for Twists. Something to chew on in the next round. Na'Vi with 4 players staying alive thus far. That is a great victory for them. Boomich straight into Lon, taking 2 players off and ensuring it is their ground. It is their route to the victory on the pistol round. Simple does get rained down, so no defuse kits are going to be saved by him. Twist not even pointing himself further to pick them up. That is going to be all the first armor saved up by Twists at the end of this round. Still something, you know, if you are willing to go for the force buy right off of the pistol loss on the city side, good point to throw or buy any weapon closely related to rifles to Twists, but he goes for the Deagle. And in fact, 4 of them are going to be playing with armor. Olaf Meister does have the second as well. Na'Vi are having 2 AKs across the board straight out of the gates. They are not going for any SMG right now. Here comes an exchange onto the upper tunnels. Electronic does take the first down, but it is Twist to retread his teammate. Despite an equalized situation, still good start for Faze Clan. The fact that they are coming against 4. Brokey does have a scout either. Of course, quite far away from engaging with his players. He's just behind the smoke. Rain takes the first off. These are the rest to capitalize on that bit as well. Reads Brokey to lean himself through the smoke. And with 3 players staying alive, that is a great way for Na'Vi to come out with a victory on this round. They lose only 2 members. They don't allow Faze Clan to pick anything up as all of them fall, and that becomes the second round on their board, and the broken economy for Faze Clan early on. So Na'Vi are having a potential to pick up the third, as upgraded weapons are going to be seen out on their board. Boomich is playing with the clock. I wonder, is he going to stick around that weapon for the rest of the play? Electronic lines them all up as they are both picking into the lawn doors. Electronic does see it coming. The only thing he had to do is pull off the trigger and deliver those frags. Simple with another onto Twists. Boomich, he's just staying behind their backs. He says, guys, it is all yours. I allow you to take all of those frags into your own hands. And this is exactly the case. Bit. Scanning down the middle. Come on, come on. Pull off the trigger. Go for the spray down right there. There is Brokey just behind the wall. Does receive a bit of a damage right there. Our Bit does have a sense of somebody located right there. Brokey goes for the move. But he's been removed immediately after showing his face. Not good even for one frag. Bit is on 33 HP and is actually positioning himself in the lower tunnels. So if Olafmeister somehow manages to kill him and salvage the AK-47, that has got to be a huge morsel to chew on for a Faze clan, but Perfecto up close could actually help out Bit in that mission. But it is got to be a frag for him nonetheless. So 2 men down for Bit. The same for Electronic as well to open the business on long. But they didn't go for that side of the map. Instead, executed middle. Head around that side of the map a little bit longer. And bought them extra 2 frags to close the massacre on the round number 3. Now they are into the 4th. Against a full buy Brokey. Takes the first AWP shot to bring them an advantage for Faze clan. Rain as well. Does get the second. Not willing to back off just yet. Until now as he throws out a molly to secure the ground in his favor. Simple waits for an AWP shot to pay off. But nobody coming under that crosshair. There is no necessity for Faze clan to do anything in this round. Just team up. Scatter yourself around the map and let Navi peek out themselves, because you've got a huge state to be content of right now. It is a 5-on-3. Boom, which is also on 56 HP. He's got only Galil, so if it comes down to a 1-on-1 duel against those 100 HP players, it is going to be a tall task to win over them. Simple to throw out a flashbang and peek into short. They are spending a lot of time on clearing those angles, and they still have to go for the decision whether they want to go for this. Their economy allows them to do so, so even if they lose this round, they are still going to have a healthy buy at the end of the day. So it looks to be an execute over the A-bomb side, of fake smoke into the city, I believe, to force Faze clan into thinking that it is going to be a base split right there. Perfecto, the first pick into the lawn. He sees the flashbang. It's not good enough to evade it. Kerrigan to deploy 2 players out of the round. Simple with an AWP just behind those doors. Getting tagged down to 55 HP. 7 seconds remaining. Faze clan, are they going to be on the hunt? It looks like the answer is no, as they are all lurking behind and do not want to risk their lives against Simple. The AWP can be deadly indeed, but also denying that up after the time runs out would be a huge dismantle for their economy as well. That would not give that doesn't not the fact that Simple saves his AWP without going down before the time expires means that he doesn't receive any money at the end of the round. So if he drops his AWP, they would have a huge trouble buying an AWP right there. So it would be a good idea. It could be a good idea for Faze clan to execute a hunt, but at the end, didn't go for that kind of risk. So Simple preserves an AWP and will be battling with that big rain in the round number 5. Flashbangs are going to be deployed. That is a warning sign for Faze clan that they were intended to execute the A side of the map, but it looks like their final point of offensive is going to be deployed to the B bomb side instead. Rain holds up strong with his teammate. Twist delivers yet another. 4 of the kills are shared across 3 of the Faze players. It is Twists with 2, Rain with 1, and Brokey as well. Perfecto to be left the only man alive on the server. The bomb is so far away, 40 seconds, and he probably should save in the situation, but again, considering that he can go down either. That is a little bit frustrating to think of. Brokey does deliver the shot, so that is a constellation for Perfected to not boggle his mind with those ideas right there. With those little thoughts on whether you should go for the try to go down or save your weapon rather than giving your life out. So 2-3 in favor of Navi still, but FaZe Clan are wrecking their pace back, forcing Navi to reside with a very bad buy right here. It is somewhat forced, as there are 4 deagles seen across the board. Bit with no investment right there, only clock on his hands. Suggests that he's gonna save money for an AWP perhaps. It would be actually better for Perfected to do it that way, but you know, since he has the biggest amount of money. Okay, I take it back. It actually Bit does not go for the investment because he simply does not have money for that. So that is the basic reason. That is the prime reason for him not going for the buy that his teammates did. So better preserve his cash right there. Do not go below the 2,000 mark. 50 seconds left on the clock. Molly to stop the offensive of Navi. That does not reach the box, so if they wanted, that could have ran over that Molly very easily. The smoke is going to be deployed, so are flashbangs, but Brokey stays alive with an AWP. Is not counted out of the server. Kerrigan burns simply down to a crisp. The bomb is going to be down. Nobody has retrieved it just yet, and there is no bomb plant to be seen. Rain connects the spray down, and that will be a tied up score line as a result of Navi attempting to rush down the A-bomb site. Try to throw Faze away with the flashbangs with the utility and get the bomb down to short, perhaps, as it was, you know, the closest zone for the bomb to be planted down. So if they had done it, they would have had more money to rebuy into this round, but nonetheless, they were having all 5 sets of armor across the entire board. The AWP is present either. Bit with Galil, reach rates Kerrigan, but you know what? He's experienced even more, so it is not an equalized situation. 2 Galils on the Navi side. FaZe Clan are definitely having a way better position right there. Simple. Pulls off the trigger. FaZe Clan know his position right now. Instantly repositions himself, and you know, I would, if I was the FaZe Clan, I would just sit in their positions, duck down, and wait for Navi to come through. There is no real necessity to poke yourself out of the smoke to try and exploit the factor of being unexpected in the match against Navi. And you know, when there is an AWP on the simple, you never know where it is located, so not sacrifice your life for the man advantage to be given out for Navi. Rain throws at an 8. That's gonna cheap Alex running down to 74 HP. That's big. Brokey does get a frag onto simple as well, and scopes, which therefore does not allow him to tag Bit down to 0 HP, but it is Rain still alive on the E-bomb site. It does get the frag, although Electronic retrades it, but 15 seconds remaining. That is so heavily limited, and with the bomb getting down, they know where Electronic is. They just need to prolong this fight as much as they're able to, and that's it. Rain lanes out as the time comes down to the 0 mark, and that will be a victory for FaZe Clan. So nicely done. They shatter the offensive of Navi, although there were a couple of signs to be bouncing off for Navi. You can see Rain just waiting it out down to almost the third second on the time, and then once he realizes that Electronic has no chance of getting the bomb down, even if he gets the frag to Rain, it would be still a victory for FaZe Clan. So a Brokey with a nice opening over the middle. Rain to follow it up on short. Crouching down through the T-spawn to prevent Brokey from seeing the head popped out of the corner. Bit is playing with an SSG right there. It's been dropped by Simple, if I'm not mistaken. Now he retrieves it. Still at 2 on 5. Brokey is going to be down to 32 HP. Escapes to a safety point. And will be holding off the farther angle. Perfecto does pick out of the middle. Does not find anything right there. Faze Clan are playing this one to perfection. Don't lose either of the points right there. As soon as Kerrigan comes in for the back, he's going to see 2. The first one established, but he lets Bit slip through the position. But Rain still present on short. Will secure the last frag remaining on the board. And that will be the, you know, the cumulative of 4 rounds for Faze Clan. The first tactical pause taken out by Navi. Wait, is it actually the 4th round for Faze Clan? Because for some reason I think that it is the 5th. Or am I crazy? I might be crazy, you know, my mind is a little bit off the edge these days with the weather anomalies that are happening outside. Okay, yes, it is the 5th round for Faze Clan, so 2-round lead in favor of them. Double up setup for Faze Clan. I definitely like it. But I haven't seen Twist playing with a weapon for a pretty long time. You know, he's more known for the rifler role. Electronic does miss the extinguisher right there, and that will cost him a lot of HP. In fact, down to 10 HP he goes. That is a lot. He was fully flash as he was trying to extinguish that molly with the smoke, so he missed it. And this is the job. Oh, excuse me? Rain does get a frag onto Electronic off of the skybox from short, if I'm not mistaken. That is a bit of a gizmo to be surprised off. I really like it. You don't see that often, you know. Electronic was so heavily bruised that he was on 10 HP. And the nade was quite close to be enough for hitting him down to 0. So, great job by Faze Clan. Those details really matter. And Perfecto is going to be the second player who's got the least amount of HP. Which is why Bit goes first. He's already up close. The bullet traces will give out his position right there. The AWP is watching this angle very rapidly. But he still comes out on top. Bit climbs on top of the box. And does get a headshot onto Rain. The second point of defense drops, which makes it a 3-on-3. Broken, in fact, delivers a frag, but Bit comes on as well. Again, this young man steps out of the game and does make a very nice delivery for Navi of Meister, with Twist still waiting for some aggression down the middle, but nobody's up close. Whether we take it or not, their monetary state is very good, experiencing a very nice upstring. They've managed to collect a lot, but now I think it's just a matter of trying to get some exit frags. They are still poised in their positions. They will hear the sound cues right there. Connects a lot of damage, but Bit still stays alive on 2 HP. Boomage goes for the cross as well, and he's barely alive with 20 HP. If he had been tagged on his cross, oh lord. The fact that Electronic was boosted on top of the blue crate is also such a luck that he was boosted on top of the blue crate. And he managed to hit that nade damage. And I think Bit also jumped up the time nade landed on top of his head. So that brought him down to 2 HP as well. Or rather to 40. Yeah, to 40. 2 HP was the final health at the end of the round. And talking about the double up setup. This is exactly what Rain was talking about. He is getting back into the roster and he wants to experiment a little bit. He wants to give those guys a freedom of choice to decide whether they want to play with those weapons. Aggressiveness, passiveness, whatever they like. Rain, just behind the car, does get a frag. Simple to see all of Master peeking out of the smoke. You will be punished for that, and that becomes an immediate call for Faze Clan to save their weapons. So nicely done by Navi to scrap pop the victory here on the round number 10. As they are already equalizing the score up. No doubt about that. As soon as the bomb explodes, we'll see that number change. Boomich being very careful to check out all those angles. He wants to take it as silent as possible to not cause a lot of attention baited in his position by Faze Clan. So seemingly all of the players across the map will stay alive, and that will be the 5th round for Navi indeed. The economy boils over as they preserve those 4 men from the previous round. Bid is on $7,000, but it now goes for the investment, which makes it drop down to 3,700. Faze Clan, I was going to say maybe having the last investment in their bag, but actually once, even if they lose the upcoming round, they will still have a pretty good economy state. It would be detrimental if they had not saved those 3 weapons from the previous round. So a very important detail to point out. Navi, they have to reverse whip Faze Clan on the second map to bring it onto the third. As they rush themselves straight out of the B-bomb set, flashbang out of the sky. It will not touch Twist for the moment, but he misses the first AWP shot, and that enables Simple to pick yet another, which makes it a 2-on-3. Faze Clan may be thinking about retaking this out, but there is an AWP onto Simple. He's on 100 HP either, so he's got a very nice chance of hitting that shot, and he will. So Faze Clan will be forced back to saving the last player with an AWP onto Proki. Some utility and defuse kits as well. The armor, a nice addition to be happy about at the end of the round. So he's far away from being hunted down. So it is going to be a very, risk-free save for him. Good openings coming in for Natus Vincere as they execute the B-bomb side from the middle. Twist also got the frag on a tunnel's very crucial one, but the second was even more crucial as it could tie up the things on the scoreboard after he got down. Unfortunately, that bullet slipped through and made it a very unrecoverable situation for Faze Clan to be in against Navi as they were trying to retake the B-bomb site. The double-up setup still will be the choice of Faze Clan to be going with in the round number 12. It looks like Navi are willing to take the middle quick this time around. Twists to deploy the flashbang. It's not touching electronic right there, which will let him get that frag very easily. Very easily. All of Master also experiences his death. He will be slaughtered. The B-bomb side becomes fully under control of Navi, and Faze Clan have no rights to be even close to that side of the map. Look at how far away they are. Navi, I like the change of pace. They decided to change something up, which Faze Clan were not prepared for. Just coming straight out of the middle. Fast take by Navi. Twist was trying to prevent that push a little bit with the flashbang. But unfortunately, it did not blind anybody coming up the ramp into the B-bomb side. So Peroki quite close to hitting that shot. Navi are willing to deprive those weapons left along, but Rain similarly will be allowed to save it in pits, and so will Twists. Tries to escape out of the corner, but Electronic is just too quick, too close for Twists to make a reverse play right there. Electronic with 2 has been phenomenal in providing those openings under the B-bomb side, so he's got 9 frags so far, 7 deaths to his name. And AWP onto Simple as usual as he takes the first player down right through the mid doors. Kerrigan, although, does wrap around from the smoke, which gives him a chance, an advantage over Boomish right there to capitalize on that and bring an equalizer onto the board for FaZe Clan. They're willing to hand on every single possibility they've been given in this round. Kerrigan did get a very nice frag onto the Lone Lurker, because if he had been dropped, that would have been a bit of a problem for FaZe Clan to pull back in the round like that. It would have been a 3-on-5, and then Navi could have an easy access towards the A-bomb site. The fact that FaZe Clan are having a very burst economy also tells that they are weak to defend the offensive with scouts. That is in fact on the B-bomb site right now, but you know, still having well, Kerrigan actually, well, he wouldn't have any AUG if he had been dropped, so that would be only Brokey still alive on the A-bomb side, but it doesn't matter. Great angle held by him, buys in the opening frag onto Lon, although he draws, but it is still a competitive round for FaZe Clan as they are having a man advantage. Kerrigan jumps up, and Olaf Master delivers a headshot right through the smoke. SSG, I was a little bit skeptic about its influence in this round, but it actually delivered quite an important frag through the smoke, alleviated some things on the A-bomb side for Rain. Now, you saw him come and crossing right there and hits that shot at a perfecto. Even if it had been a body shot, still would have been an easy frag for him, but nonetheless, a round victory for FaZe Clan and Short. And we are approaching the 14th. Perfecto will impose some sound over the B-bomb side as it throws out the utility Brokey as well. Coming towards the short area. Nicely timed nade to chip bit down to 51 HP, and also just a little bit on the Boomish to 92. He will experience another portion of damage right there. Brokey, as usual, playing behind the wall next to the car area to fend off the offensive of Navi onto the A-bomb site. In the meantime, utility is going to be thrown over to City as well, which makes FaZe Clan somewhat think that this is going to be a split, but for the time, a bit of uncertainty happening right here for both of the teams. Perfecto does meet 2 players running down his side. Rain waits for Simple to pop his head out. Does he get him down eventually? And that is down to a 1-on-1 as Rain stays alive against Electronic. He's got only 21 HP to work with, but Electronic doesn't have any clue about his position. He's going to be picking out every bit closer. Rain! Electronic had to hit just one shot, but still it is the Norwegian player to prevail. Nicely done for FaZe Clan as they pick up the 7th, holding the A-bomb site. The idea from Navi was pretty good as they were trying to wrap from both of the sides, trying to catch off guard Rain behind the smoke in the city spawn by dropping down from short. That was a nice idea, but at the end of the day, Rain ended up successfully alive in that position, which bought him 2 more is up to the first as well in this round specifically. 18 frags to his name. He's currently the leader of the scoreboard, which makes his statistics go up for sure. We've talked about him being a little bit under his performance, but right now he's definitely making a comeback, showing that off on Ancient as well as Dust 2. Navi, an opponent now to be trifled with, but so are Faze Clan as they've managed to grind back into the game with 7 rounds so far. Probably the 8th, as it is a 5-on-4 basically right now. Simple does get the first. Twist to trade him out. 3-on-4 as Navi continue to walk into the B-bomb side. Twists up there just behind the wall. We'll spray them all down, and that will be a pure dismantle for Navi. Living Perfecto in a 1-against-4. They are not going for that until now to secure the 8th round for them at the end of this first half. Nicely done by Faze Clan. We'll see how the second half pans out, but after a short break. My top moments to keep you a little bit more entertained before we join the likes of the players on the second half of Dust 2. Faze Clan ended up victorious in the first half as they picked up 8 rounds. A pretty nice comeback against Navi. It was a back and forth game of the first half. We'll see how this one pads out on the second as we are switching up things this time around. Faze Clan are going to be continuing on the T side, Navi on the city, and it looks to be a fast-paced push into the B-bomb side a bit. The only player right there to defend off this entire pack of players rolling his area. He still gets 2 frags perfected with a nice nade to deploy 2 players out of the server. Faze Clan will get the bomb down, which is something to be bouncing off, but I don't think it is going to be enough just now. Twists drops in the end, and that will be an easy retake for Navi. What can you do when you are against 4? In a 2-man disadvantage, you are getting surrounded by all of the sides. You are having only clocks to work with. That becomes an impossible task for you to defend it. But the fact they've planted the bomb down can actually tell the only positive thing, that they are more likely going to be conservative about going for the force buy right there. Exactly so. 2 AKs on the board. That's for Rain on Olaf Meister. Twists and Broke, you will be playing with Galils, and Kerrigan with the Deagle. And a lot of utility is going to be deployed over to A. Navi will definitely know that, fully aware of that possibility. Boomish takes the first down. Nicely utilized by Navi as they avert the early aggression of Faze Clan, still remain in an advantageous spot. 4-on-3 simple, although he's on 12 HP, but better so rather than a 3-on-3, that's for sure. Knock preserved onto Perfecto, quite a powerful weapon at a low range against Faze Clan, who are marching their way up lawn, fully flashed, and he's also going to be behind the smoke. They are going to be sprayed down for the moment. Down to 69 HP he goes, and he crouches every bit closer, just underneath the A-bomb site. He's not going for an ambitious jump right there. Navi may do a boost as they are about to team up in the same position. Electronic is behind the wizard. Throws out the nade. Simple does get 2 frags with only 12 HP. Electronic with another one as well, and that will be the round to be closed out for Faze Clan. Navi holds on the edge and pick up the 9th on their boards. Not allowing the force buy from Faze Clan to thrive in this situation, which could be potentially so. My lord, Simple with the famous only 12 HP to work with, and you are still delivering those frags. That is so incredible to witness. This guy never slows down. He's always rising to the occasion, always on, always heated, always warmed up, always capable. Whatever synonyms you are willing to match up to his play, they will all work out. Bit in the middle has been taken down by Kerrigan. The Deagle works itself out early on for Faze Clan. A man advantage bought early on. That is the in-game leader to deliver that one into the middle. Nicely done by Faze Clan early on, but still 4 of the riflers set up across the map will be a challenge to wonder on how they want to fight against. Flocking around the same spot is going to be a way out of the situation, you know, trying to out-spam the A players right there. There's no AWP onto Simple, so he can be taken out with 1 dig shot for sure. Rain in the B-bomb side. Perfecto. If he escapes out of the B side right now, Rain may catch off the rotations out of the A-bomb side. But Perfecto seemingly has a read on that. He takes him down. The lurk is denied. And so is the offensive onto the A-bomb side. Broky still shows some resistance right there. but it will be a frag for Boomish to close the string. Navi pick up the 10th. Simple, nicely held with an AK-47, taps them out like in a shooting gallery. And that becomes an easy sweep for Navi to close out. Ambitious attempts from Faze Clan to pull it back. Now they were having a full buy, so not a big problem for them. And it'll be onto Proki is also going to be an opportunity to be, you know, to feel a little bit more advantages against Navi in this round. Electronic takes the first out of Meister, provides a retrade, so a 4-on-4. The AWP shots haven't been connected on neither of the sides just yet. Proki watches this angle. He sees the tip of his head. Does not manage to pull off the trigger in time. Simple shifts himself up to the A-bomb side through the city spawn. They are pumping the brakes. Faze Clan want to know what's happening across the map and only then execute either of the sides. B would be a very nice option to consider. There is only bit right there, and he's also got an M4A4. No molly, no need to stop the offensive of Faze Clan right there. Navi are looking way more reinforced on the A-bomb side rather than B. And Faze Clan are coming to that side of the map specifically. So there is a way more cumbersome task to fight against right there. There is also an AWP onto Simple. Pop flash by Boomish as it picks into the long. Does get the first down. Not expected for the second as well. Perfecto on short. And with Simple as well getting the frag. Easy peasy. He's about to go for the knife. Oh no, misses that one. Imagine it went in favor of Broken. He won out the round because of that. But yeah, limited time on the clock. The teammate up close. And, you know, the insurance policy for Natus Vincere to prevent Faze Clan doing that. That kind of a comeback in the round like that. So, no danger. It is an easy peasy round for them, and Faze Clan are going for the force buy immediately after losing that one. Although they didn't get the bomb down, but they are hot on the hills to execute the B-bombs out instead. Perfecto up close he stands, and he will fall after getting the only frag right there. Bit tries to take the matter into his own hands early on of the round. The bomb has been planted down. All of Meister does have a knock, but they still have to step up with the frags. Navi are having all of the Faze defuse kits across the board. Boomich making his way from the lower tunnels. If Proki does get a frag onto him, Faze Clan will have a way better situation right there. But are Navi going for the save right there? Oh, I can't believe they were going for that kind of a decision, but you can understand them. The mighty on their side, not looking good whatsoever. So this is why they are way smarter than you could think. Going for the save of those 4 weapons means that they will have very little expenses in the next round to go for. That required only 1 frag to make, mind you. 1 frag on the Perfecto, and that scared away the entire pack of Navi to save their weapons. That is all they needed. Faze Clan 1 frag. And this is their round right there. Proki with another opening towards short as he takes Electronic down. This kid is unstoppable. Should he be given with an AWP, he instantly proves that he is the one to be relied on. Still a fair set of utility for Faze Clan right there. Boomich does not want to spray down the second door. rather the right door from his perspective to be more precise. Twists, prepares for the line out to be thrown over to window or doors, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, exactly. So Bet takes the first player down, but that's immediately traded. Here comes another pick by Boomage. Simple still positioning himself in the window, and that will be Rain to take him out of the equation. Nicely done by the Faze Clan members as they roll into the B-bomb site and shatter the entire attempts from Navi to retake it. Electronic jumps up, but Broky had that perfectly set up to pull off the trigger, and no flicks were required right there. So it is Faze Clan who get up to the 10th. Knowing that you have already a first map in your bag, this accelerates your mood, accelerates your momentum to rip this one out either. But Navi are not so easy to run over. They are also persistent, also persevere in that regard. So they are not going to be happy about giving this map away for Faze as well. So this is why they will sink, they will deepen their claws into this map and make sure they force it to the decider. So one round separating Faze Clan from time to score up. Navi are having a very select buy right now. A couple of players who will be playing with the utility right there. It is going to be emptied towards lawn. A lot of sound cues have been heard out by Faze Clan right there. So if they are ballsy enough, they can rush straight down the B-bomb side because they know that they are the minimum of 2 players on the A-bomb side. But when there are deagles up close, you know how terrible it may come after you face your enemies in a one-on-one duel. So they are taking this one way more attentive and careful than I would personally do. Taking all of the steps very precise and clean, not making any mistakes early on. There was actually a 3-man stack over on short. Kind of a stack right there because the Boomage is playing an anti-flash angle. Bit to half watch the entrance towards short. And that could capitalize if Faze Clan eventually executed the A-bomb side instead. But they are going to be. Electronic has been tested against Kerrigan. It does prove his position right there. Perfect. If he gets another one, these are the things getting terrible for Faze Clan. But they still hold pretty strong right there. The bomb plant is going to be successful, reaching what Faze Clan need right there. A nice angle held by Faze Clan. And that will be the number count dwindling for Navi as they are only 2 men alive. Will be saving their weapons. And nothing more will be seen right there. So Rain nicely down through the smoke. All of Master as well. That was very close for Navi to rip this one apart for Faze Clan as Electronic did get a boost frag. Then he tucks his head downwards, preventing Faze Clan from taking him down. And then Boomage as well, breaking from the back to shut them all down. That was a nice attempt by Navi to pull back, to reverse upset Faze Clan with a force buy, but unfortunately the rest of the Faze Clan members held their nerve. The moment of relaxation as we experience a bit of a tactical pause right now. I wouldn't mind standing up and stretching a little bit if you're a professional player, playing throughout many hours, throughout the entire day, and your back might hurt, especially if you are an old man like Kerrigan. I wonder whether he has any problem with the physical stuff. So having such a possibility in tactical, during tactical pauses would be a good thing to have, to stretch your back out, to, you know, flex a little bit off of your gaming sit. Have a bit of a dance. Well, maybe Olaf Meister had it, didn't want to do it on camera. So he had to leave his sit for that purpose? Maybe. I don't know. These are the personal things. Maybe he does not want to feature it up in public. Okay, nonetheless. Faze Clan are showing very nice signs of taking the second map either. That will be quite sensational against Na'Vi to close them out in a 2-0 fashion. Eleven as we are all tied up. Both teams will have a goodbye to work with. No double up setup for Faze Clan this time around, as they are playing on the T side. Having two men operating with that big rain is quite a risky thing, and also economy demanding. Even though we've mentioned it multiple times, the T's economy is way more versatile in terms of money gains. Rain to land to put a smoke on the tip of the doors, mimicking the short crouch by Na'Vi, whilst the rest are preparing and execute towards the B-bomb side. Here they come. Rain with the rest swoops himself in, does get a frag a bit. That is the first player right there denied, but Boomich coming in from the back through the upper tunnels to be more precise. Twists top of the middle will be the position to capitalize on as it gets Simple down. One more threat eliminated, but Perfecto is still playing alive. Olaf Meister, though, also behind the smoke. Kerrigan has been accommodated with a flashbang peek into the middle, out of the window. Rain, in the meantime, does get a frag to Electrog, and this forces Na'Vi to save. A desperate one, but they need it. Otherwise, their economy is gonna be so damn murdered. Olaf Meister does get a frag, but Perfecto still delivers and preserves that AWP into the next round, which will, I believe, be dropped over to Simple. Yeah, nicely done by Twist as well, but still, it was a pretty good situation for Na'Vi as they were in a 3-on-3. You know, Kerrigan also missed the timing on picking into the middle, but at the same time, that actually held Perfecto out from the engagement. So Na'Vi were quite away from retaking the side, and once that player dropped, they instantly went for the save. So there was an easy insurance for Faze Clan after they got those kills. And these days, you know, teams are way more mathematically oriented. They are willing to take every single step precise. They are thinking about the future rounds, not going for the blind retakes, because they are knowing the percentage game of how many times such retakes flop and reach no success whatsoever. So safety precautions are always the name of the game nowadays for the competitive teams. Simple with an AWP. 2 more will be playing with the rifles. Perfecto and Bit with Deagles. Bit has got to be standing on top of the box. He know that he had a smoke to throw out and extinguish that molly. Simple. The AWP is going to be a very crucial weapon right there. They do give a lot of shots away right there, but Simple misses the jump. He misses the frag as well, and I think this might be enough for Navi to go for the save. Oh my lord, it is so unfortunate to see Simple bringing no impact on the B-bomb side this round. You are jumping on top of the box, and you are getting instantly deleted with a headshot. There wasn't even a trigger pulled off really from Simple. Not even a single frag found by him. So FazeCloud instantly ensured the B-bomb side belongs to their hands and nobody else. Navi with the save. Again, they've been going for the saving calls so many times. All of Meister and Rain will disappear after the bomb explodes. Do not manage to locate themselves far from the explosion. That is a little bit strange to me, but still, their economy is well accumulated, rich, flourishing, sprouting, progressing, rising, growing, moving out to the sky. So they will be having a good buy in this round as well. Loot Gaming is the sponsor of this tournament. Get comfortable winning on lootbetgaming.com. The dream of bettors is Loot Gaming, perhaps. It was actually Kerrigan with all of my sort to go down to the end. Yeah, I like the glimpse of the smile, but you know, if you dig into the details, those can matter either. So I wouldn't recommend for them to make such mistakes, even though they may seem minor in the beginning, but progressing further into the game, they can show off a huge problem. Oh lord, carrying it for the back. Oh, he does not pull off the trigger at the time Boomich was turned back. Was turned with the back to Kerrigan's face. Unfortunately, he does not get that frag, although he had such a virtuous position right there. FazeCloud are also not given a chance to mount a retreat just yet. Simple just behind the wall and short. He's going to be forced back with a Molotov, although he does shift himself to the left side and maybe another frag for Navi, but no, he falls. And that gives FazeClan an equalizer they were aiming for. Olofmeister yet to be sprayed down by Boomich. His magazine has been emptied, and that allows for the rest to sprint into the A-bomb site. Plant down the bomb, I believe. Nobody's up there to bother them for just now. Boomich nicely flashed into the side to shut down Twist, but Proki from the back with an AWP does deliver. The bomb has not been planted down just yet. It is still Navi causing havoc all over the place. The flashbang into the sky to flash off all of Meister. 10 seconds remaining. If they want to win out this round, they definitely need to start thinking about getting the bomb down. And I don't know why they were not going for it. They were close to the site. There was no real danger up close. Yeah, I do understand a bit on the elevator, but I mean, that was a pretty easy task to complete with regards to planting the bomb down. I'm so surprised they've not managed to do so. That could have won them the round, in fact. Perfecto holds off the push from Faze Clan into the B-bomb side. The first man to fall is Twists. Kerrigan to follow up the kill feed for Na'Vi. It is a 3-on-5 and man disadvantage for Faze Clan and Na'Vi. You can just tuck yourself into the cubbies. Wait for Faze Clan for their own move. You don't need to do anything in this round. Basically, it is Brokey with an AWP. He definitely has to deliver a refrag right there. Olaf Meister does have a good angle to capitalize on. The timing works out his way. He does get a frag onto Electronic and makes it a bit more doable for Faze Clan, but that is yet to be executed. The B-bomb side, excuse me, is held by a bit in this position. He's going to be flashed up, but Perfecto on the help to Boss or his teammate will get the frag. Bit has not been spotted just yet, but Brokey delivers that frag instead. The flashbang is going to be thrown out of the sky to keep those players at bay. Brokey will get the bomb down. Olaf Meister to watch off the window area, and here they come. Not even a bomb plan for Faze Clan. They shatter it down, leave no mercy for Faze Clan to even succeed in getting the bomb down. I mean, Na'Vi, great job at nullifying Faze Clan on their way to the B-bomb site. Also breaking through the doors in the last seconds of the bomb getting planted and denying that one as well. Simple sees the first player coming up short. He's been brought down. That's Kerrigan, the in-game leader, to command the pack from the spare couch, to which he has been deployed by Simple on the middle. Brokey does get a frag to him, but Bit still recovers that AWP. Rather, there is a second an AWP. There is a second op on the A-bomb side, so he does get it without any problem. Nicely set up by Na'Vi to pick up the 14th round for them. So they run over Faze Clan and acquire a 2-round difference between them and the map to be picked up, obviously. So 2 separating them from that goal. And if they break Faze Clan down in this round as well, their economy will see no bloom against Na'Vi. So they will have a potential 16th on the line as well, which is why they will be striving for that 15th here and now, with no chance left for... with no chance given for Faze Clan to pull back into an equalizer. Although the chances are more or less the same. Brokey is playing with no armor. With no armor, mind you. Faze's economy is experiencing such a huge downturn right now that they are going for a very desperate buy. But what can you do? You don't want Natus Vincere to pick up the map point right there. You also want to battle for this map. So shrink down the gap of Na'Vi's lead down to 0. We'll see if it is gonna be the case. Faze Clan, it is so hard to execute the B-bomb side with 2 players holding it off. Bit is currently focused on towards middle. These 2 players may keep him set into that position either, as the smokes land in and Perfecto the only one to defend it. If he drops this position, this can become problematic for Na'Vi to haul themselves out of the B-bomb side, but they still preserve those players around. Bit does get 2 incredibly crucial frags before he finally drops. And Na'Vi are in an advantage rather. Simple is having an AWP as well. Flashbangs are present. Electronic does go through Twists with a nicely sprayed down. 2 players fall under his rain of bullets, but still it is Simple to come around the corner and does put up a dot in this round. It is the 15th for Na'Vi and a 2-round difference for Faze Clan. I mean, bit to turn around and get that AWP frag so quick onto the first player, executing his feet out of the tunnels. Nicely done by him. Twist so close from denying that 3-man push by Na'Vi, but eventually the positioning by Simple appeared to be way better. You know, looking back at the previous round, it was looking pretty good for FaZe Clan. The positioning for Na'Vi, if Bit had missed that opening shot onto the first player, that would have been a massacre for them. That would have been a slaughter and a B-bomb site ensured for FaZe Clan in an advantageous situation. Now, obviously, they are having a more or less goodbye, which is somewhat competitive, but Simple in the tunnels. Does get the first, almost good for the second, but Olofmeister makes sure he's not. He gets another one onto Electronic as well, which is nicely done indeed. 3-on-4. As FaZe Clan are in a man advantage, but how long is it going to be held? Simple's AWP is nowhere to be picked up by any of the players remaining around the map. Bit has come himself closer to the mid position, just behind the doors. Two of the players from Na'Vi are also leading themselves towards long. It's Boomish to push that area through. Twist, although denies him. And that becomes a huge problem for Na'Vi. If a 2-on-4, Perfecto's position just behind the doors. Twists. Is he going to be able to read it? He turns around. Oh, almost good for the frag, but that will be a back off for Na'Vi into the A-bomb side, and an execute from FaZe Clan into B instead. Bait with an AUG right there can cause a lot of damage. He does throw out the nade. That should finish off 2 players. Good for 1 only, but it is still might be enough for Na'Vi to secure the 16th round. 2-on-2. Brokey still alive with an AWP. He's got 100 HP. Na'Vi, they can go for the save or either execute the retake onto the B-bomb site. Pick up the 16th round. It seems like they're hesitant about that, but they're having a few skits, which means they can prolong the time a little bit right now. It is on Perfecto. Here they come. Rain gets his first prey down to 0 as Perfecto falls, and Bit has got to back out. You will pick up the diffuse kits in the lower tunnel, and FaZe Clan pick up the 14th. 1 round away from making it overtime. Credit to Olive for getting those 2 frags. I thought that nade would have been good for 2 players actually, but they didn't come out of the tunnels fully. There was only 1 player closer to the box, whilst the rest were pretty much in the safety zone right there. So that was a gift for FaZe Clan to not experience a 2-man loss, because if it had been, Na'Vi would have surely picked up that map already. But 14-5 still. Na'Vi have already experienced a 1-man loss. Bit is down. The man who has been so influential across the entire map is now fallen. FaZe Clan are yet again taking this one very slow. Simple's AWP is currently on the A-bomb side. It is postured towards short. And that is the element of danger to be aware of. Na'Vi, you're very, very content about facing those frags on the long, but it is the execute going down the B-bomb side instead. Perfecto holds Tron, Brokey to be finished off, and it is Twist left up against 4. The time is going to be ground down as well. 14 seconds left. Twist comes through the wall, and I mean, it probably is going to burn him out at the end of the game. It's going to be brought down to 8 and then burned down to Chris by its own moly. So it is the frag on nobody's territory, so to speak, and the map picked up by Navi. So they go 1-1, and we are soon to decide who's going to pick up the third map of Decider. After a short break right now, I mean, it was a great map by Navi and Faze Clan. They've been phenomenal across the entire rounds. Those retakes, those force buys won out as well. A very, very nice job by them indeed. I also like how Rain have played out so far on Dust 2 and across all of the maps that's been with Kerrigan so far, with the new roster with Twist as well. So that's been really cool. With that said, we're going to hand it over to a very short break until we join the likes of the players on the third map. So stay tuned and don't go anywhere.